reaches this state of emergency in that ocean and has not annihilated himself, he is not yet reached the destination, yet in the way. And in the way, it is still in the way that cannot be of the same kind as that of the destination. It is so wonderful, so great, so nice, and permanent, never to change. So this unchangeable permanence which is there in the Master, we have to reach there as per our own unchangeableness small, and we'll imagine that wonderful, highest, unchangeable permanence, and that we will be done enjoying over there, because here our unchangeable permanence is overpowered by the changeable. That we are so weak in ourselves, and that this changeable illusion and delusionary system is so strong that we have been taken over, we have been annihilated, we are not to exist, and we are suffering. That is the great problem which is there prevailing upon us, and this is the main problem, only problem. And when we have solved this problem, every problem is solved. But don't indulge in the side business. We are to just take care that of this small, unchangeable permanence, our own self, is delivered from all the tentacles of horrible mind and matter, and that we may emerge ourselves in that great self, which is totally in his own self. Everything is under his control. There is nothing, nobody who is to control him. And that he is totally independent, and we will also be over there in the same way. So the Master from very beginning, he had approach, because he had not as a simple background as we other people have got. Everybody has got some background. But Masters come there very big background. They had gone through some kind of all system, and come prepared. In this world, as we come from the lower lives of animal kingdom, and we start with that with some kind of destiny, and we are to start to make, as my Master used to say, that man is in the make. What to make? What is destination? That if I have something, lump of earth, or have some little gold, what I am to make out of it? Some ornament or some statue, something, what I am to make. So I am to make something, and that will be made. In the same way, we are now starting to make ourselves. And this is the great consideration, what we are to make. If we are offering ourselves to God, to the Master, and God in Him, He will make us. And what He will make us? He will make as we are entitled. The highest one, He will handle our soul and make our soul perfect. And when we do not accept Him, then we have already offered ourselves to the negative power, which will take our body, which will educate our mind, which will also educate our intellect, and will make us something which is to be trodden down by the negative power. By negative power will take us as pebbles, as if you go on some metalled road, some good road, it does something on which we trod, which we walk upon. That will be made, because it has to use us for its own purposes, and that is not to our credit, and that is not that what we should like. But in the end of the life, and then we are finding ourselves where we have been placed in such horrible condition, and then we find that we have been destroyed all along this life. We have not been able to make ourselves a little better than the animal kingdom from which we had come, because we are born as bodies. Every child is born as body. And what he had to become? and as soul to become God, and as body to have all the impressions of the down, low grade. We look upon the animals, we look upon the ground, we look upon the other bodies of this worldly style. Everything we see, it is of the level of body or lower than the body. Nothing higher than the level of the body. We have not any step upward. Only we are stepping downward, downward, and downward, and we are coming in contact with the people of this world, which are down, which are not really good. Lust, greed, anger, ego, attachment, telling lies, hypocrisy, and so many negative things are going on in everybody, and everybody is full of such like negative impressions, downward impressions, and we all go downward and downward, downward, and in the end of the life we are immersed in some kind of ocean of suffering, which we may call hell, but we may call anything, and we are done away with. So this phase of life which is there, which we should understand. And where from we can understand? Where from there is some hope. And I am feeling that you are lucky ones, that there is some power in you which has taken you, accepted you, that you are to be made wonderful one, which will be to your credit. He has handled your soul. He has taken your soul. Initiate is the soul, and master is God in him. Neither master is body, nor the body of the initiate is the initiate. It is only body. If there is only relation of the master and the initiate as bodies, then the body of the master is no more. Then where the soul of the initiate will go, or body of the initiate will go, and body of the initiate has also necessity to go to the grave. Then what is the connection? What is the relation between the body of the martyr and body of the initiate? No relation. They both are dust thou art, and to dust returneth, maybe of the body of the martyr or of the initiate. What is the greatness? What is it? Something which is important. That is the soul of the initiate and soul of God, which has a soul of master, which has become God. And when this relation is there, then at once the pull is there to the soul, which is down in the body and entangled in so many other lower bodies, astral body, causal body, super causal body, or other more bodies, and he pulls them one by one, little by little, gradually, until he is able to take their soul up to his own level, and that it is made all purified, all deserving, and then emerges him his in own self, and then in this physical body also we can say, I and my Father are one. I and my Father are one. Whose work is there? Who has done this? Who has got this power? Not you. We cannot boast of our actions. Only by mercy, forgiveness, and grace, which is there in plenty, abundant, in abundance in God, that is that we can boast of this power. We can say, I have got master. I have him with me. There is nothing which can happen to me. As is there anything, any word in this world happen to you, you can't say, I don't worry, Father, I have got my master. And he is there to protect me, to save me, and I am safe in him. There is nothing which can handle me. But this you can say at some time when you are really with the master, when you are just starting the system, and you are just on the way, and more you are near to the fire, and you are only traveling towards the ice, you cannot say that I cannot now find cold. I will not find heat. I will enjoy my coolness, because yet you are in the region, in this field, in which heat is there very much permanent. And you are traveling towards the cool place to get rid of this heat which is burning you. This is called the way man is in the make. How he is in the make and where he stands. And that what is the future which is expected and that we will be able to enjoy. So this life which has been given to you by God, we could not understand, we could not feel, and we are just lying on this ground, just like nothingness, only passing phases, nothing real. Everything is there, but that profit a man if he gains possessions of the whole of the world, but loses one's own soul. This is the cry of the soul, that I am here and I am to enjoy, and all those elements are there, but my dear mind and my dear body and my dear intellect, you have not understood it, and you are suffering, and I will also suffer. And that if the children keep clutching the father, we love you, we cannot remain without you, and that you are stay with us, it is there no doubt that they have got love and they feel that father is useful. But they have to leave the father because he has to go to work, he has to earn the money, and he will, when come back in the evening, he will come with big bags of fruit, big bags of food, and some big nice clothes, and big money, and we will enjoy the night. Although we had to sacrifice something, that we loved the father and he was be with us, but we have left him for some time and for some big purpose. This is the thing that when we are just body and mind are keeping themselves, we are important, we are important, we are important. They are not really important, they are only to enjoy from God. They cannot have anything from themselves. We are only having some kind of destiny which has been given to us, on which we are going along, living. And that we have to release the soul. Okay, you go and don't worry about our pleasures or our lifestyle. We may become little to eat, little to live upon, and just to go along, and that you go on working. Try at your own level, because mind and intellect will have to understand this great lifestyle, that when the soul will be connected to God and the kingdom of God, then it is already belonging to our family. We are not three only, we are four, and fourth one is there who is having approach to the fruit tree. It will bring the fruit, it will enjoy itself, and it will also share all with us even. And that fruit, elixir of life, manna of life, bread of life, water of life, which it will enjoy, something we will also find out of it, and that we will not suffer. Little thing which we are not able to enjoy of this world for some time, it will not be hard, it will be useful for us. This kind of understanding which is real and working, that we have to understand. In this world also we find something like that, that the children are there, the wife is there, and sometimes they have to send the husband to the war field, where they have to fight against the bullets and the cannonballs, and they may come back, or he may or may not come back. That's not certain. But the family knows that if the father is sitting in the home and we are loving him, he is loving us, we are all starving. He will be starving, and we will also be starving. We will have nothing, he will have also nothing. And we will all be no more. But they know that he has to be sent, and then he will be enjoying, and we will also be living due to his work. So this kind of understanding, which is to be found by us, what is style of life, how we are to live, That is only available from that who has found this life. Otherwise, the next part is only saying that only depend upon this world and worldly arrangements, and you will go along. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. You will find something. You will enjoy, you will enjoy, you will enjoy. But in the end of life, then we find we are totally disconnected for eternity, forever from life, and we have to suffer forever. What we had tried, here also we could not find. Here also we find here and there only problems and troubles, problems and troubles. But still we have expectation on this worldly style of life that there is some hope, that you will be able to find something better. But actually it is not available. And in the end, it is too late. Time has gone, and that we are left, okay, now you can do anything. There is nothing we can do against it, and we have to suffer. This is very hard, very poor fate of the man. And if this man begins to understand his future, where he is, in what way he is going along, is it way of peace, is it way of relaxation, is it way of enjoyment, it is possible, can it be? In the valley of death, where even those will suffer, is it possible? In the night it is possible that you can find a ray of light of the sun. Not possible. In the ocean you cannot find a little spark of fire. It is all ocean. Something which is all dominating, full. And it is only available wherever you go to find something else. That else you will not find. You find the same thing in which you are already tired of, or you are really fed up with. Same thing again will occur to us, as we are always tired of so much suffering and problems. And new, fresh are coming, which we do not want, we cannot bear. But still these are there, and what we are expecting, needing, and we want and work for, that lying far away, long distance, only expectations. This very treacherous journey which we are going along, that is the cry of the masters, that they come from the highest heavens. Why they come in this burning world? Why don't they enjoy over there? Only for taking up those souls which they have loved, and they won't like that they should suffer. And they want to jump into the flames of the fire, and one by one, they want to take out of this tragic system and place them in that great, wonderful lifestyle of perfection of God. This is holy work. Is there anybody who can be your friend, you can call fatherly, or motherly, or heavenly? There is someone. There is, by God's grace. But all in this world, everywhere it is something play of negative power. All that glitters, which is arranged by negative power, is not gold. All that is hopeful in this world is not really hopeful. Everything is treacherous. Everything is there, a hook. Instead of the food. Food is outside, and inside is a hook. And fish is to be deluded and treated by that food, and it is taken over by the hook. This is the way of working of the world. So my dear, what I have learned from my master, and that which I had not before, that you are also to learn from your master. And master is the same always. He changes the body. My master also used to say that as the current and this bulb is the same. This bulb may go fuse. It may go out of order. We would change the bulb, but power which is working in it, which is producing light, that is the same. And that the master power is from eternity, from the very beginning, is the same. As he spake through the mouth of his holy prophets. Holy prophets have been so many, But he was the same from the very beginning of the world. That unchangeable permanent system remained unchangeable. And what is the instruments, agency which is using the physical bodies? Because that power, if it is work in this world, has to work through some human body. Not lower body, but only human body. This is only body out of the more than 8 million species of life which is made suitable for accommodation of God power, master power. And it uses it and begins to work upon it, and then all are to be benefited. So this unchangeable permanent power which is there from the beginning till end, that is the master power. Bodies are only its containers. So the same power was there in all previous masters, and same power is continued from Baba Sant Singh to my master, and further now it will further also continue the same. It may have some different commissions. When any master comes in this world, they have some definite commission from God that this is you are to do in this way according to the situation of the world. But in what way the world is going along and how you are to work in this world at this time. And when the time changes and some improvement is made, then the system is also changed. That when you are to raise up a child, in the childhood you have to raise the child in some other way. When the child is of 5 or 6 years of age, then we have to change the system. We have to change it other way. And when the child is grown up, of 12 years or 13 years, then you would have to change little behavior of yourself toward the child. Something else has to be done. As per the growth or development of the child, the father, the parents have also to change the behavior or way of working for them. They have to help them. They are the same, but their style changes. So in the same way, that is why that the master of the age is required. Because that doctor who had worked in his own time, according to his diseases at that time, cannot be now applicable the same. As you know, there were some people, even now I myself can say that what I have learned to live in this world, I am now unfit for the world. Because I don't know anything about computer. And computer is all over the world. It has over 100 computer, and I do not know anything. I don't know anything about email or internet. And this world is only going along with the internet and the email. And next master will come, we will have every kind of email, knowledge, internet, everything. So, according to the change in the condition of the world, the master has also to be changed in some kind of way of working according to the condition of the world. That is why a living master is a great blessing. In the times of the master, this was generally specially written in big letters on his magazine, which was generally published here in USA, Sat Sandesh it was generally named. That where there was a name written of Sat Sandesh, there was big letters written. That is a great blessing to have a living master, because he is of the sun of the time. Yesterday's sun had given its own light to yesterday's world and yesterday's people. But for today, today's sun is needed, who is to give light to us. And if we only remember the light of yesterday, we can remember it. We can only have a little idea of it, but we will not find it. So master is not just what he says something. Master is what he acts. What his work is there. That if your father is there, he has told you, I will give you food, and he gives you food also. I will give you food, and he gives you food. And next day you have his tape. Yeah, he says, I will give you food, I will give you food. But he will not be able to give you food, and you will not find food, because that agency which was to give you food, something. That is not there. Only some words are there. And words will not be sufficient. Therefore, what is the master? Master is that power, which is God power, which has its own way of working, way of thinking, and how to act, how to control everything of this world. It is something like that. If a book is there, how to rule, it will not be able to rule. If this book of knowledge is given to some man, human being, he will be able to act according to the instructions of that book and will be able to rule practically. So words, or empty words or books, etc., cannot do the same as a practical adept can do. This is to be known and people have to believe. But I am sorry to say that as yet you have not been able to really be rid from the negative power. And I had been trying my level best to rid you of all these horrible bondages of mind and matter, and conclusion that you are to be coming out of this horrible control. You are coming up slowly, slowly and slowly. But those hindrance creating agencies are also working very hard and very hard and very hard. But there is no difficulty. I am dealing with everything. I am not talking about as my body, but as my inner God self, master self, which is competent to like that. Master generally do not talk about their body life, or from the intellect or mind. They are generally talk from their higher self. Because if they are not higher self, then what is it they can give or help to the people who are already under the lower self, and that they also need higher self. And they handle their higher self, and that higher self is to exist, and lower self is to be ruled and helped, and higher self is to enjoy independence in its own way. That is the life of the man, and for that all arrangements have been made by Baba Sant Singh Ji, as we know from him or from previous masters, and also from my master, as we are here collected in his holy remembrance. But this holy remembrance is something which is there very important, that we are to remember somebody who is really useful. And when we are remembering somebody, then we forget everything else. If you are talking to some mob, and somebody, my dear friend, come to me, and who is really dear to me, who is really I love very much, I will ignore all of you. I will attend to him. And I will only know that he is there, nobody else is there. And when you are so much attracted by him that you are only remembering him all the day and night, then you will be immersed in him. There will be no separation between you two. This kind of love, this kind of realization, and this kind of connection, which is possible at the level of soul. Because mind which is always changing, it cannot be stabilized for more than 1 minute or 2 minutes. Those people who are working to control the mind, and they feel like working on the powers of the mind, it is very difficult, very hard for them. Because mind is very much flickering, it is all changing and changing, moment by moment. And how you can control this basic tendency of the mind? If you try upon it, it will be a lifelong struggle and it will still be a failure. But when we begin to work on the soul, then it is possible that we can enjoy soul concentration, permanent one. And agency is also there that we have been given the big, nice, wonderful feeling of the sound current. And when sound is really working purely, when it's all out of the adulteration of the mind and matter, then it becomes really so attractive, so powerful, that it will snatch away your mind. Just to close the eyes and you are up. Because it has really great power in you, in it, and it will also be able to help you. But we have to develop this connection more and more by connecting ourselves to holy sound and holy light, and we will be getting more and more leave the lower tentacles of mind and matter, and will more and more near to our own self, where we will really connected. It will be very hard to go from the ground. But when you are near to the moon, it will attract you and you will dash towards the moon. The power of the world will not be acting upon you so certainly as the power of moon will be there acting upon you, and then naturally you will go towards